All right, doing some training here at the office here early this morning, and I got to thinking kind of as we're going through this, like we've talked about this before, we've gone through it before. Why do we as humans not do what we know we need to do to change our current circumstances to get what it is that we're looking for? In other words, like we're here, we want to get here, and we know what it's going to take to get to this spot. We still don't do it though. And I think that the number one thing that holds people back is the lack of discipline. And the thing is this, is like discipline is a thing that it grows and shrinks based upon the value you put in the thing you're chasing on there, as well as to like the belief in knowing that you could actually get there. So here's the thing, like to truly have discipline, in my head, like you've got to have these things. Otherwise you will not get what it is that you want. Like number one, you got to have some vision of where you're going. Like what the heck is it that draws you in, that is cool enough, that's rewarding enough to get you willing to do the things you don't want to do? Because if it's not big enough, if it's not important enough, it will not get you to do the hard things. Because the perfect example of this, like if your kid was drowning and you didn't know how to swim, figuratively speaking, you would just jump in the freaking water to save him, because that thing that you're going after right there is so damn important to you that the other things don't matter at that point. Your level of discipline to do the hard things is thrown out the freaking door because it matters that much. What's the vision? What's the thing? Have you painted a clear enough picture to figure out what it is that you want, that you're willing to get there, you're willing to go there no matter what? Number two is, you have a freaking clear path. In other words, do you know how to get to that point, or are you shooting from the hip? Because if you don't think you can get there because you don't know actually what the steps are to get to that point, you will not do it, because you feel like you're going to walk down the wrong path and regret going down that path because you really didn't know where you're going to begin with on there. So you got to have a clear vision, and you got to know where the path is. Learn from people who've been there before. Don't just try to figure it out. Like that's not a hero thing. A hero thing is a dude that's smart enough to ask for help, to get there faster, to help more people in the process of doing it. So that's the point behind this, is like the path has already been defined by somebody else. Somebody else has probably more than likely done what you want to do. Talk to them, look at them, read about them. Look at the internet. Like these things are everywhere. There's videos, there's YouTube videos on how to build X, how to do X. Follow what they've done. Ask the questions. Take somebody out for lunch. Figure out the path with it. And lastly, third thing on there, you got to be willing to be held accountable. Who's the person, the people, the group, the thing in your life that's going to hold your butt to the fire to help you get what it is that you want? That helps you not forget about why this is important, the vision piece of it, or that's going to make sure that you're walking that path daily. That path daily takes discipline. It's easy to do it for a day, for a week, for a month sometimes, but the ability to consistently show up and do that hard thing to get what it is that you want takes discipline. Discipline is much easier to find when you got somebody holding your butt to the fire. In other words, you tell somebody, you say, you know what, no matter what I do, hold me accountable to this. Make sure I'm doing it. Call me, text me, follow up with me, have some meetings. Make sure you're making my checklist. My checklist, you're the one that's going to be looking at, not just me. Put it in front of somebody who you're going to feel bad about not completing, not following through, and you're into the deal. So again, vision, you got to have a path, you got to be accountable. These all require some level of other people in your life to help show you the freaking way. That's why the tribe of people around you really matters, and understanding it's a process with it. But do you have the discipline to do this? Do you have the discipline even to take what we just talked about and write down a vision of where you're going on it? Do you have the discipline enough right now to define a path, to talk to the right people to be able to do that path, find that path? Do you have enough discipline to do the hard thing of finding somebody who makes you a little bit uncomfortable, that's further along than you, to ask them to be your accountability partner? Because it will not work if it's somebody who is quote unquote inferior in the stage of life than you are right now, because you will not feel as bad to violate their trust in regards to the accountability piece. Find someone who scares you a little bit. That's what's going to get you to that point on there. So again, the thing you lack right now that doesn't get you where you want to get to is you lack discipline. It's plain and simple. It sucks to hear that, but that's the fact. I've been there myself. I am there myself in some circumstances. This is a reminder of myself on here, helping you try to figure this thing out. That's the whole point. Like you start doing these things daily, you start looking at the people around you who are doing them, it gets a heck of a lot easier to follow that path to get what it is that you want.